Okay, we have a voicemail number 2192 David P. Today's caller was upset about what he calls the bad quality of the voicemails that are played on the show. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
The only voicemails you play are the crappy ones. And then you complain that you get 50 a day. Just play the good ones. Stop playing the crappy ones. And maybe the crappy people will stop leaving crappy ones. And I want my message to be played. So let me say, cock, 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 cock.
I love how indignant this caller is. What you have to understand is, yeah, sometimes we get 50 voicemails in a day. First of all, the 3-minute voicemails that get cut off because the 3 minutes isn't even enough for the caller to put together one thought, start to finish, those aren't going to get played. So once you eliminate the back-to-back 3-minute calls, you no longer have 50. You probably have more like 20.
We did that yesterday, but that was more of a public service announcement.
Yes, it was, just to people to understand what's going on. Of the 20 that we have left, a lot of them are sort of messages not really for air. They're sort of like direct messages to me that don't really make any sense as voicemails on the show. So that cuts it down. And then when you actually get to the dozen or so that are more reasonable, half of them you can barely hear what the person's saying because they're either calling from the car or with loud music blaring in the background or on some kind of bizarre speakerphone or weird interference that sounds like birds chirping and an old school dial-up modem. So I'm actually often only left with like 3 or 4 even possible voicemails for each day. And I make the best assessment from those 3 or 4, you know?
And the funny thing is, and I may get some flack for this.
Yeah.
That was a crappy voicemail.
That was not the best voicemail.
Yeah.
That was not the best voicemail.
Step
But
up the
hey,
game.
I guess he's right because it was a crappy voicemail and it made it onto the show.
Yeah.
Which means that the guy is kind of right in
He's
what he's
vindicated.
saying. He's vindicated, yeah. We've got a great bonus show today. A train carrying members of Congress hit a truck and one person did die tragically. Killer whales. I call them orcas. I feel like killer whale is a bit violent.
Bad reputation, yeah.
Orcas have learned to imitate human speech in a world first, and a British lord offered his resignation after showing up late to work. Can you imagine the respect for the position? That's something Donald Trump could really learn from. DavidPakman.com/membership and Patreon.com/DavidPakmanShow are the 2 ways to get instant access to the bonus show.